Welcome to Fireheart Mystic. I have created this audio record for you for simplicity's sake, so you can just plug in your earphones while going on a walk, doing your dishes, laying a puzzle, or just relaxing in your favorite armchair while I speak for just a little bit. Self-sabotage through leveling up. Sometimes I feel like a guinea pig to the forces of the universe. I am naturally curious, to some extent naive, and quick to jump headfirst into new experiences. That means that I try out almost everything for size, often abandoning some of my core beliefs and values in order to dive in fully to the experience, just to later discard 80% of my new discoveries, to then be able to speak about it all to you. It is the same with what I am about to talk about today. Productivity, leveling up, the winter arc, reinvent yourself, buzzwords in my YouTube feed. And perhaps I have fed into the algorithm myself with the content I have consumed to some extent. But I believe that this sort of content has gained traction for quite some time now, reaching its peak at this moment of recording, and rightfully so. With a glooming worldview and people sitting still all the day, looking at screens, where nothing insightful or meaningful is really being taught, said or shown. In other words, fast food content. No wonder that people want to rise up and make meaning of their lives. I think it's natural. I think it's healthy. But what if it has gone too far? What if it is at the expense of your health and inner wealth and relationships? Let me explain by being your example, your guinea pig. At some point, quite recently, I got tired of my experience of staleness. And at the same time, I got tired of the constant scattered noise around me. Really not doing anything for me and my evolution. I decided to lock in. Another buzzword for you. You're welcome. I narrowed down my YouTube subscriptions to just a handful of people, and this is relevant because that's where I consume almost 100% of all content. And one of them being a self-development mentor. I started listening to their content daily, immersing myself in it, considering it as truth, swallowing it as gospel. And I have to pause here and say that there's nothing wrong really with the teachings of this person. I do believe that there is some truth to what is being taught on that channel. But it is also very masculine in its approach, if you get what I'm saying. Anyhow, what happened as a result as I consumed more and more of this content, shutting everything else out from the holiest rooms of my mind, was something disturbing to me. I felt more and more anxious, stressed, and my self-confidence, my trust in myself, and my belief in my own capability plunged deep, and I felt completely lost. So lost, disconnected from my soul, disconnected from my path, disconnected from my spirituality. Because what was really the point of spirituality if it all boils down to the power of discipline, structures and systems, and your grit to just do what needs to be done, essentially. I was spiraling fast, but luckily I caught it equally fast. And I realized what had happened. I had given all the power to my ego, to my mind. I had disconnected from my body and from my own truth and inner wisdom. I had abandoned the path of my heart and my soul for measurable gains. I laugh at the superficiality at this point. I do want to point out here that there is a time and place for self-development, of course. But as with everything, balance is key. And consider what success is for you. Success in my realm isn't about what's measured by metrics. Success is measured by how I experience myself when I am by myself. Do I feel aligned? Do I feel connected to myself and to spirit? Do I feel at peace? Do I trust myself? Do I lead my life with integrity? Am I being honest with myself and with the people around me? Those are my metrics of success. I have learned that the hard way too. Through the crumbling of everything material beneath my feet, sometimes multiple times over and over again. Career, money, health, and relationships. Everything has fallen away during these past 7 years, and I had to rebuild again from zero, from scratch. I had been given a new life in this life, and I was not supposed to build it from some false sense of safety, stability, and success, or pride. I was supposed to build it up while anchored into my own inner wisdom and the experience of my body from the sanctuary that is me. This time, my life is built from truth. This time, my life is built from alignment. This time, I do not attach my sense of self-worth to measurable metrics given by the cultural consensus. Success is formed and experienced from within, and that is always carried with you wherever you go. Thank you for listening. Take care, and peace be with you, dear ones.